Welcome to this edition of Coffee Talk with our guest host, John Burgoyne, and our very wonderful guest, Dr. Wayne Dyer. Everybody give us a big round of applause. And when we asked what his theme music would be, it was, of course, meditation music. So we'd like everybody to come to center with themselves and take a deep breath in and release any anxiety that you may have. Come back to center in the knowing that you are one with the all. And a deep breath out. Well, all right, there we have it. Starting off with lots of good energy from Dr. Dyer. I'm pretty honored to be in his presence, his energetic presence.
Absolutely.
It is an incredibly, wonderfully uplifting, and my vibration vibrates up here with him in my presence. And it's a very wonderful thing, and I'd like to thank him today for being a guest on our show. And he was just waiting to be asked, and thanked us both for being here as well. He's so grateful. And he's ready to get started with any questions that you might have.
Awesome.
It's like I was just telling John, it's so incredible to be in his vibration and with his energy here. It makes me like all tingly, and my feet like feel like I have electric.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you are the winner, and you're the first one that gets to ask your question. So
Yes.
Dr. Dyer is absolutely ready. He's
Okay. I only have 4 questions. And of course, they're ones that everybody probably has issues with in life. And it's about fear, how fear stops everyone from pursuing their goals in life. What is a good way to overcome this lurking fear that everybody probably has?
to remember your greatness. You are not separate from source energy in any way, shape, or form. You own this body, and you own the things that you experience and see and feel and put in your bank and whatnot in this lifetime. When you realize that that's all an illusion, and we're all one and the same,
That's a
everything
great
else
answer.
goes away.
Thank you.
You're
And then
welcome. You're
uh,
beautiful, by the way. He
oh,
says
thank
he's just smiling really big at you. And by the way, I just wanted to tell everybody he was here for a while, and when I look at him, he was younger than, obviously when he passed away. And I asked him, I said, I wonder about how old you are while you're presenting to me. And he says 46. So
Did
I
he
was
still
like,
have his hair?
yeah, he had some hair, right? And he also had on a blue cap, like he always wore the caps. And
Yes.
yes, mm-hmm.
The little forgot the little
Yes,
French
yes, yeah, the little cap. So, and yeah, so he liked that age. And go ahead, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but that's what he looks like when he's talking to you,
and barefoot.
Charles. Mm-hmm.
Is he barefoot?
Oh, always, he said. And then he laughs. Yep, and then he says, I hate shoes. I always did. And when I moved to Maui, I really didn't have to wear them anymore.
Oh, I wish. It's snow on the ground here, so we kind of have to wear them.
Yeah, he says, I'm sorry for you.
Okay, the next question. I know he's big on law of attraction,
Oh, yes.
and what thought process do people need to have to attract what they need in life?
Alrighty. Stand by, my friend, while I find my glasses so I can read to you what he gave me before we started. Okay, so, a lot of times how it works for me is they're here with me before and he's been here for a while and he just had me write stuff down, right? So I never know what it's for or what the message is, but, well, heck, now I know. Stand by. Alrighty then. Have a mind that is open to everything but is attached to nothing. He's over there like, yes, that's her answer. That's how you move forward. You have to be open to all possibilities because your mind, your limits are the only ones that you truly have. You have to be open to your own potentiality of your own greatness.
Mm-hmm.
That will remove all doubt that you have any blocks to whatever it is you feel you want to accomplish here. No one knows enough to be a pessimist on anything, right? But when you attract that energy, when you purvey that energy, that's what you attract, pessimism. But when you attract that, you close off the possibilities to many other things, to whatever the possibilities could be that aren't pessimistic. So, and here's a big one he says on this one. You got to remember that you draw into your life what you put your intention on.
Mm-hmm. Thought process.
Adjusting your perspective, he says. The perspective that, well, you can look on this and it really feels like a piece of shit when it's happening at the time, but really it's a lesson. And, not to go back there and, hey, when you have to come and speak before people or talk to somebody in your family and this lesson clicks and then you realize why that came into your life and you have to, really be thankful for that lesson because you could have saved a life. You could have really changed a life as well. So you change your perspective, you change your life. And whatever you place your focus on is what you'll get back. So be careful how you think.
Oh, exactly. I've been told that before.
Yeah.
What you become. And I tell all my clients that.
And it's the truth.
And then failure, is there really such a thing? Or what do you do to produce successful results when you do feel like a failure?
He's like, great question. I love it. Chelsea, there's no such thing as failure. Ever. Yeah. You got to get back up every single time. Every single time you learn. There is no such thing as failure when you learn and you take that lesson out of what everybody else would view as a failure.
And how do you trust that everything will work out? How do you know? How do you feel that?
When you come to the place where you can tell everything to go, fuck it. I don't care. Fuck it. I don't care about it. You allow so much to be open to your energy fields when you don't care anymore. And that's how you answer that. How do you release it? You got to release it. Why do you care what other people think? Why do you care what you think? Just open up for the possibilities. You're the only one that cuts yourself off to possibilities when you have a thinking that is counter to anything, but everything can come to you that you set your intention on and manifest.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all the questions I have right now.
Well, he said he's like, those are wonderful questions. Congratulations. And
Thank you.
A lot of people want to know this stuff. And so my whole body now, Like when I was in Sedona and I went up to the energy vortexes, it would be like your feet buzz and then your knees buzz and it works its way up to your body. And I kind of feel like the same with his energy here. And I'm vibrating very highly now. And I just like to pass that on to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And he's like he just gave you a big old hug. I want you to feel the warmth in your heart chakra, right? And he says, keep up the good work.
Well, thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Nice
And I
to
can't
meet.
meet John, but nice to meet him wherever he is.
He said he heard you. He said
I'm here. I'm
nice to meet you.
listening. You had some
Oh,
awesome questions.
that was
Thank you very
amazing. We love the questions, and now I can take my glasses off because I don't need to read right this second. Well, thank you
Okay.
for being on Coffee Talk, Chelsea. We so appreciate it and your wonderful questions. We're going to send you so much love. Big hugs
Thank
from Wayne, and we'll be talking to you again, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Bye. Okay, we ready?
We are ready. What do you have for us?
Well, first of all, I just want to. I think I kind of manifested this talk in some way. It was always my goal in life to get to Hawaii and one day walk down the beach and run into Wayne Dyer when he was living there, but it never happened. Unfortunately, he passed away. I think it was what, last year or
No, it was
15.
2013 or 2015.
I think it's 15. I think
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
15.
Hmm.
It was, but I want to start off by one of the other questions that I think Chelsea had that I think she forgot, and I'm just curious myself. I think she might have forgot to ask this one was, how do you learn to trust that everything will work out?
So that's the biggest reason so many of us have come here is to learn that lesson.
It's faith, the same as faith almost. It's just
That
a knowing.
everything that will happen, that should happen, will happen. And that's the truth.
Absolutely.
That's the absolute truth. How do you trust that? Well, you go back. I'm going to talk again about meditation, going back into yourself and knowing that you came here as a spark of the all, and you don't think for one second that source energy that loves us so much would send us here and go good luck with that and not give us some guidance. That's
Correct.
just a ridiculous thought. So we have this guidance and we come here to remember and to learn how to tap into that guidance. And once we come to the realization that what is going to happen will happen, and we stop worrying about the little things that are illusions in this lifetime, money, the angst that's going on today in the world,
Hmm.
and we're going to
What
remember, we're going
speak
to remember we're all one. Okay.
Absolutely. Speaking of meditation, he's got a couple that I really like. I love getting in the gap, and I love the ah meditation, and the universe, sound of the universe. What is it? Which one does he thinks is his best work?
Well, he's kind of taking a bow and credit and loving all of them, but he says, then they're all great ones. I am. The I am meditation.
The eye meditation. I like that one too.
The I am meditation because it reminds you that you are what you think you are and you are source energy. I am that I am.
Correct. On his ah meditation, um, he got that information from I think another guru from India. What is his take on the ah meditation? Does he thinks it's a great meditation to do? Does since he's crossed over on the other side, does he have a different opinion of the chanting meditations?
Oh, they're very wonderful. Um, for many people, it puts them into a trance-like state. I think that those meditations are for certain people, and I particularly recommend those chanting meditations, whether they're mine or a Buddhist monk or whomever it may be, for the people that have those busy brains.
I find it helps with my brain because I'm ADD. Doing
Hmm.
the meditation, I find it helps a lot. I've had success with that one.
Hmm.
Um, he one of his favorite quotes from the Tao Te Ching was none of you are doing anything. You are all being done. Does he still find this quote accurate?
Oh my gosh, he laughs and he goes, um, yes, absolutely. When you take on the perspective that everything's that will happen, that should happen, will happen, because you really have no control over it, right?
Correct. So the same as there is no failure.
That's absolutely true.
Goes excellent with that. Um, I also love his other quote, like from the Tao Te Ching, which was taken from the Tao Te Ching. Um, the Tao does nothing and leaves nothing undone. Can can he enlighten us on this? Does he have anything to add to this, or?
When you consider that everything is all source energy, everything is all that there is, with no requirement to do or be. So, yes, that is the essence of that statement. We are not required to do anything, we just are.
Yes, to be or not to be, like
That is the question.
Shakespeare. That is. um, Another one of
I'm funny.
one of his talks he did. He talked about how the energy he learned later that the energy that are in different things, and that even a book that's a positive book that you hold to, you can have energy and it can help you, and just be having those powerful words around you. Does he still believe that since he's crossed over?
I believe, I not only I believe it, I know it, I see it in action all the time. It's not just the words. I mean, you read the book and that lifts your energy, and then when you hold the book, it's a remembrance of how you felt when you remembered the words. And for some people that can channel, they can feel the words within their energy. And when you can do that, it surely does help and raise your vibration. You feel the book.
Yes, I believe that too. One of his quotes that he would mention from Muktananda, a another guru, is that which is real never changes.
Okay, that's where he wants to stop.
Okay.
That which is real. Let's talk about that which is real. The only real thing, in truth and in all honesty, to the
Is
very
our
core
soul
of our soul, is love. That is the only real thing. Everything else is an illusion and an expression of source energy and its way to know love to its fullest. And to know love in its fullest, it has to know love in every polarity. And that's what we come here for.
correct? Um, do you still believe it? Well, of course he still believes it. I want to know, did John of God really heal him of, now that he's crossed over, did John of God really heal him of, I think he had leukemia on Earth.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The wonderful energy.
Um, how was his life review?
Um, well, so he sits back. He shows me where he sits back and he just watches the panorama. And it's a non issue. It's almost like he didn't need one,
Yeah, he was.
because he went through so much. and he came out being positive and knowing that that was the only way to change your circumstance, was to change your perspective and how you feel about things, because you limit yourself. Your thinking limits you.
How was his reunion with his father?
Joyous and wonderful, and we got the big hug, and I see them doing a chest bump, and and he says, "Oh, just talk about the feeling of being home." And you know, when you're a little kid and you jump in your dad's lap and you just feel so wonderfully warm and loved and protected, and you go and you fish and you talk, and that's what we do, and that's how it felt. It was wonderful.
It's wonderful.
Hmm.
He and I know he. I guess the reason why I asked was because he had a tough time growing up with his
Well,
father, so I know
that's
he
right.
forgave him.
He says
Correct.
on this side it was everything I didn't have. On the other side, he abandoned me. I know it. I know it. I know that that was, but what we contracted for. So how could we have anything other than a beautiful, loving, and fulfilling relationship on this? Anything other than that is not possible. Okay.
I think his life is so amazing. He went through so much as a young age, but he always looked at the positive of everything. He focused on everything from being a kid. Um, and I love all his books that he wrote. What book? I know he's probably going to say all of them are great, but what book is his favorite? And since he's crossed over, that he would say is his favorite and his probably his best book to help someone on this side and on Earth.
The power of intentions and manifesting the art of manifestation. He said between those two, that would be his two choices.
I think his work is so amazing. I love him. Like, so cool. Um, since he's crossed over, what has he been doing with his spare time? Is he still writing books? Is he channeling through someone else to?
Oh my goodness, he just left when you said spare time. He says, there is no such thing as time, silly, and I can do a million things at once. So I don't need spare time. I get to do whatever the hell I want, whenever I want. It's the best thing ever. Yeah, I sure would channel through other people. Why not? Why not spread the word? And
Absolutely.
I'm with a lot of people, and with everybody that watches my videos and reads my books, and start to awaken to their own potential and to their own greatness, and how they can, be there, and help get there. I'm always willing to help. Um, I'm on the beach a lot. It is my favorite place. I'm with my 8 kids a lot.
That's awesome.
It's a good way to be. Good
Absolutely.
vibrations.
Which brings me to my next question. I personally have done this where I was I went through had a depressing day, and I called on him to help me, and I felt like he guided me on listening to the right program or whatever to do, and all of our viewers, if they need his help, can they call on him to ask for advice or help him guide him on what video to watch or?
He says, please do. And whenever they go to YouTube and they type in his name, look to the right and see what moves them, what it feels, what the caption is. And that's the right one. And don't doubt it. Just go with it and listen to it. I promise I'll speak to you. It's not anybody or in particular who's special. We're all connected, and there's no reason why I would do that for one person and not another. I love you all. I want you all to know your own greatness and the potentiality that you have here on earth to find that own greatness within yourself.
Awesome. Um, I have a question from, I think it's Paulette
Okay? Hey, Paulette.
Roberts. Dr. Dyer, thank you for all the good work here that you've done on Earth. I would love to have you for a guide along with my current guides, including Eric. I'm pretty sure I would like to know what your death experience was like, and are you enjoying the heck out of heaven? Is it all what you thought it would be? Love, Paulette.
Hey, Paulette, what's up, girlfriend? And holy crap, yeah, it's everything I thought it would be and more. Um, Honestly, my death experience was just a moving into this new vibration. I was sick and I simply got tired. I fell asleep and I drifted off and found myself in heaven. And as unexciting as that sounds, that's how wonderful it was. I just moved from one vibration into the other.
Awesome. Um, Wayne Dyer, before he died, he did a past life regression. One of which it went back to almost, I think his very first he could remember, like almost like when the Earth was barren, practically.
Hmm.
Um, was how, was that accurate in his life progression? And would you like to comment on that?
He said yes, it was definitely accurate. And I had it done before, I passed away because I was so curious
Yeah,
to know. And accurate, and I felt after that I could pass away because I knew, and I had the satisfaction of realizing every other lifetime in this incarnation.
that he did something to help move.
Oh, absolutely. That's been my soul's purpose forever, and even before, and in other simultaneous incarnations during the time in my past lives. Remember,
I
everything
just
is possible.
I just want to say real quick, it must be such a amazing gift or blessing to be one of Wayne's kids on Earth. I mean, how lucky are they? Grow up with Wayne Dyer as a father. I'm so jealous at that.
Well, there's special souls that came here with me, and had this agreement, and thank you for that. And yeah, they grew up not knowing that they were limited.
I think that's amazing the way you
Hmm.
did that. Um,
They only knew that they had the full potential of anything and everything.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Holly does this, and she pulls um, quotes out for a coffee talk table book, right? And there's this great quote that he gave me earlier. And he says, we have the ability to find it within ourselves, the ability to get rid of a trait that is so common in most people that spend a lifetime for an occasion looking to be offended,
Yep.
hoping they can find something to be offended about.
Yes.
I tell you now, change your perspective and change your energy and look for something to be happy about and to be peaceful about. And put that energy out into the world. And that's how you can affect change in the world today. I'm sending all my peace, positive energy to let you all know that you're beautiful beings of energy and light and have the ability to accomplish anything and everything.
Before we ask the final question, I just want to thank Dr. Wayne Dyer for giving us the opportunity to talk with him. I truly think he's amazing, and he's been a mentor in my life, and ever since he's been a mentor, he's helped me awaken. Uh,
He's very grateful and humble, John, for your words.
so let's take it on to Eric. See if Eric has any questions for Dr. Dyer.
Well, that's the thing. Eric's been with us all, and he's just kind of taking everything in. And you know what? Their thinking is so much alike, and they hang out and they discuss theories and how to get to places and everything. So, Eric has no questions for Dr. Wayne Dyer.
Hey,
So, again,
I
we
think
want to thank everybody, Eric, Dr. Wayne Dyer, John Burgoyne. And it's your hostess with the mostest, Celestine Grace. Um, saying thank you and goodbye, sending everybody much love and appreciation.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. Can you hear that?
Yeah, I heard.
Blooper.
What was I?
Did we get Holly's question?
I think so.
Freeze
She
frame,
said-
Holly.
I
Only
think-
if she agrees to get on the screen.
Yay!